entrance, but Nano Swarm will abate them for the moment. And the big thing now, Dinko, is that if they can't get in with the door closed, it'll be shortly opened up. And M3, they want to play sort of the retake, the backside area.
Oh, well, double setup inside of Boathouse has been cleared out by Na'Vi. Cloud and Dinks taking it down, and that's the site given to Na'Vi. Mech had quick rotations. They have 4 players close towards the site. Probably would have expected a little bit more out of the back of the Boathouse setup, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. Now we have to look to the 3v4 retake from Mech.
It's a good opportunity for them to do so. Looking at the numbers advantage as well here for the side of Na'Vi. That can go very wrong. We saw that already suppressing, and this means they'll be able to move on in, but I don't think they've taken the opportunity quick enough here, Dinko.
Well, relyks swings out, headshot first on the SSK, but Cloud with a 3K. Ryan mentioned him as the star. Well, delivering in round 1 here for Na'Vi. And now Shadows trying to get back in, but it's not going to happen. Actually, could have got away with more than one there. Frenzy's trying to deliver some impact early here for Mech, just trying to chip away at that economy. They've brought down 2 players already, so not a bad start here for Mech at all. And Chronicle inside of mid, Dinks is caught, and the Sheriff decapitates Dinks' head.
Nice little pick there. It means that they can get in onto side doors wide open. Nice cloud burst to cover, and as they popping through, they don't get anyone that they're looking for. And this is what they're looking for, a Spectre in hand, but that's what's going to go down. They needed to be quick, and this is something that Na'Vi showed on round 1 they were able to, but the Bulldog in Chronicle's hand, the highest ACS in the entirety of VCT, EMEA, and the Bulldog, it bites hard there, Dinko. He'll put JD out of misery, and I think that's going to give up the jig now, Dinko. They know what's happening. Flash will come out, Redgar surely, but no, shut down before he can do the damage he's looking for.
Yeah, a little under half of the swing. Here comes the Hunter's Fury being popped right away from Cloud, just trying to create some space with 25 seconds left. Na'Vi need to get in towards the site. SSK is the player that cracks it open. 2 players down in quick succession, and now Nat's really trying to recover this one. 2 kill onto Duno. His teammates finding kills as well as Nats goes for 3. Spike is down with 10 seconds left. Nats is just holding it. Jetty has to play for elimination, but it is Nats who has the wall coming through. Cosmic Divide being thrown up for M3 as they make that rotation back. They know that Na'Vi have to commit into this A site in the late round, but SSK, important first kill. Redgar able to at least get 1, but his teammates have rotated over, so the numbers here right now for M3 can make things a little more comfortable, but Na'Vi have done a very good job at keeping these numbers even. Lockdown deployed, trying to make this retake a little more doable, more viable, and they need kills though. Luckily, Na'Vi keeping it clean again, and then suddenly it is Shados, just too much to handle, gets the final pick, and M3 will have 5. Still here in this site, Cosmic Divide going up, it's all going to be on his shoulders, the pressure is his. Chronicle needs to step up, and not a single kill is bested by the other Killjoy on the other side of things, and now Shados and Nats. This is finally looking like a round where Na'Vi are in a unlosable position. If M3 pull this off, this will just break the spine of Na'Vi, so looks very good for the Na'Vi side at the moment.
Well, they've committed 1 ultimate to it. It's dropped now, but that Cosmic Divide was very important for getting them safely onto site. Now, in a post plant, we also have the stars to work with here. Duno doing absolute wonders of work here. You can see M3, they know they're up against the wall. There's too much utility to deal with, too many guns pointing their way, and the time, it's dwindled too far. Nats wants to get some exit picks as well, because all of the players have to vacate now. They'll hit B main, and, well, surely he'll get 1 for the trouble, and as the trade comes out, Shados wants more, and they've bitten off a lot here. Been able to get multiple plays even though they'll win this round, and that's going to do.
Will charge. Redgar suppressed, doesn't matter. Peeks out with a headshot. Now it's trying to drop back into the site. JD moving forward. Notice what the second one is as well, and his teammates will clean it out. Na'Vi have the site, and now we have to look to the retake. 3v3 for M3.
Really well done there from JD to be able to hold off on that, and especially to be able to get the players deep around box. But there comes out the lockdown now. It means that if Chronicle wants to get in, he has to destroy it, but it's not where he thinks it is. This is the bad part. He's going to have to corner himself into B main and wait it out, but every second that delays gives them another opportunity, and damn, Defo, someone must have stood back too far, and it's Dinks, and as he's got the shorty in his hand, what's he going to be able to pop with it?
I'll get close into the site. Shados and Chronicle clean it up, and just like that, a 3v3 turned to the 8th round for M3, and it's just these retakes that are looking so decisive.
A gives them an opportunity to still hold off towards market, and that's what Defo's doing now, so the rotate will have to be quick.
Yeah, and Nat's position, obviously he's got the utility, but his spot should be at least good for 1. hoping that he can use that combo of red guy, the shots, to try and bait it away so the attention's not on Nats, and it's actually working out here. They haven't checked him. Oh, Nats has whiffed it! He has absolutely whiffed it. Luckily, Defo's come in with a 3K, and Duno trying his best to keep Na'Vi in it, but they just can't. Is currently positioned here. That turret will spot out Defo, but it's going to go down, and that rotation's nowhere to be seen, Jess.
Diggs was waiting for that recon as well. You could see him sitting there. That turret, it did a bit of extra damage to Defo, which is not what they need. He took the gun in anyway, and somehow, some way, Diggs has turned his back to the impending force.
Yeah, and Diggs going down without a single fight. That shock dart might get onto the site. It will, but fortunately enough, Chronicle was the player with health. If that shock dart goes into the boathouse, it could gleam at least a kill, and that could create a small opening back into this round for Na'Vi. It's going to be very difficult. Damage being done, but not really enough. They still haven't taken down a player. A two-man advantage for M3 now, followed up by just Cloud. Now, we talk about him being a star, but he's got a lot of work to do. He was going to be a supernova at this point. He goes into the site, 2 picked up. He spotted 1 in towards the boathouse. He knows, but this time it's ticking. He's got to deal with everybody. He gets the reads in their positions, but just difficult to execute.
Nice little flash pop, that's good, but he's going to get shut down as the kills rain in, Dinko. They're not sure of the positioning here, and I don't know how Duno's able to stand out behind box, but he's able to get 1, and this is the right call here. Everyone from Na'Vi is already rotated over to A. They're going to hit mid, they're going to run on over, and they will get a free plant over to B. And if you look at Na'Vi, they weren't even really fully convinced, but they do get a bulldog for the trouble, and surely Cloud will find something on the way. No.
You just want to just get back over to the site in time here. Is you look at M3, this should never be a scenario that they find themselves in. Luckily, they've been able to find that window of opportunity to try and recover this one. They all get in towards the site. They still have the weaponry advantage, and now that they had some time, they've got into a good post-plant setup as well. Na'Vi have a chance at getting back in here, but it has to be quick. 4 seconds left in that recon kill from Duno, and now it's just Nats left to try and clutch. He's so good at pulling him out of the hole, and he looks to do it again. Duno goes into him, and Nats will close it. He has... Oh, Na'Vi's by. They showed some potency in the last round. Let's see if they can do it with some better weapons. Looks like M3 are just committing through the B spot. They got that top mid control quickly, allows them to mark it to split through main, and SSK has to hold it. He's strong so far as he butchers 2 into the ground, and he goes back for 3. Now spots the rest coming out. No, back for 4. He had his team out the advantages. M3 pulling some info back. That 0 point going out. Lockdown being invested. M3 committing to this one, Jess.
You can see them pinging through the wall as well. Please, please, wall banger, get rid of that lockdown if you can. They were unable to do so, so they're going to have to back on up. But that doesn't stop JD. No smoke will stop him from popping his bullets through. And as he does, there's going to be another lurker. It's Redgar. 3K for him. And M3, yeah, we know what that stands for.
That is incredible from Redgar. Just slips through the defender's smoke and is able to come around the backside, and that's thrust his teammate into a winnable clutch. It looked impossible for M3, but Chronicle, he has a chance. A 1v2, but slips on by, and in the...
He's a util too deep, and with shotguns in short range, he's looking to make it use, but Redgar, guess what else works in short range? He's going to pop on out, and there is so much flurry here. The importance of this, Dinko, is that they've cleared boat. This is what now they can get a plant down. They can focus on the fact that it's going to be a post-plant situation. Turret is there. It will indicate whether or not someone will move across the site. And all Na'Vi needs to do now is wait. Wait to work out exactly where they are, what the positionings could be for both Chronicle and Redgar. And a lot of players will have habits, so there comes out. They're committing one of the ultimates to it, and that's a little bit too late for JD there to throw out what he's looking for.
Yeah, that's a big kill from Redgar. He knows he has to play a little bit more proactive when you're a player down in this situation, and that kill has given them a big chance as Redgar tasked with it all. He's rotation here from Na'Vi. They've made the right call. They actually started rotating pretty early before Mac even got here, so there is still numbers in the site, and Duno, he's got the judge close. There's still a player back in the boathouse as well. There's still a lot of damage to be done here as Na'Vi need to hold it. 12 seconds left. Not a lot of time here for Mac, but they're trying to get the kills. Far towards the back. Finally dealt with. The Shados is the hero for Mac. He's come in with a couple, and it's just Dinks left in the 1 versus 2. He'll go towards it, and Nats will bring him down. Swings it open, and now Mac, they can approach this A site from so many different sides, and that just puts pressure on Dinks in particular, and now you have to look to the setup inside of the site. It's just one player of SSK trying to do his best to hold on, but it's just relentless from Mac. It's an absolute massacre. In fact, it is flawless in the pistol.
my feet to work that one with, but it's going to be yet another A push here, and as they try and make their way on, now there were kills, now there's a response, now there's numbers are waiting here for Na'Vi Dinko, and this is what they're looking for, and this is what we wanted was the full buy from them, and now that they have it, it puts Nats in a 1v2 situation, and this is the agent that Nats made himself famous on. This is his opportunity to traverse the site we know him well for. And well, now that Cloud's on the KO after JD very kind, we were trying desperately. Speaking of trying desperately, it looks like the desperate hush on the side is going to be shut down by Dinks. There he is, the Cypher, and he had the Cypher cage out real quick, but they weren't following in for the trades. But guess who's there for the trades? It's Duno, and I love this. They're holding the crosses really well. This is not a map that we thought they'd look comfortable on, but they're playing it really well.
Yeah, they're playing solid right now. That's a big step up there from Duno, and it's giving them a real chance. But again, Nats thrust into the clutch. If there is a player to win these, it would be Nats. Viper not getting to strike this time. SSK spots his head on the reveal.
This guy, we've seen him try it on Ascent, and no, he misses. That is an awful try. We've seen whiffs from Nats, and we've seen whiffs from Defo, and just really put the nail in the coffin. Out comes, of course, the util from the Sova. I'm loving this. I forgot its name for a singular second there because I'm just absolutely floored by the fact that he whiffed.
Yeah, about to get the info here with that recon bolt as well. Defo, close quarters.
No.
The operator comes around the back and it's got one. It's Duno down. And for Na'Vi, that is a timing that has cost him a big player, but there's still 2 players in sight. Na'Vi with 2 holding. We'll see if they can get this one done. Dink's the first player to step up, and now it's Cloud's turn. Just 1 for 1 on both of those players, and that has resulted in the equilibrium of a 2v2. They've crossed to the site to put the spike down, and SSK will start to make his way back in from the archers. JD, the wall comes down, and that reveals him. Nats in with a headshot, turns, can't find the follow-up, and now it's just right guard. SSK with the updraft down, hits the shot. Quick reactions, risky business, but still able to pull it off for now. Still untraded right now, 20 seconds, spike down. Quick shot from right guard in the swing out. We're now at the 4v3, but 15 seconds. Time is a-ticking right now for Mech, and they have to get in towards the site, and they still have to deal with the site players. You've still got to deal with Dinks, and he's got one. Nats trades him out, but 6 seconds left. Spike not picked up. There's not enough time to win it. They have to play for elimination, and that is not going to happen. It's the round done. Na'Vi have another, and Mech, they are floundering right now.
Mech like to use that to their advantage. Duno lurking around in the water. He'll get fish out of water very quick, and as JD moves on in as well, those are nice shots. What can happen now is they play for the retake. Look at the utility on both sides here, and we have an ultimate on Dinks if he wanted to throw that into the mix as well. Need to get near a body for that to be able to happen. And of course, a flash still in the hand of Shados. And for those who know I'm Australian, they know that I say it very, very well. So next time we see an ulti, one ult orb away, I have to give you a little bit of a rendition as to what that is.
Oh, 1v1 now. Dinks in the site, but Shados is starting to deal with him. The sound, the noise of the water as he crosses on by, but that time is ticking. He's trying to figure out where he is. And look at the peek out from Shados. Realizes once that...
For that first pick to go out, things will look better for them, and this is what we need, a conviction here on the first round.
Oh, Shados, good double kill. SSK and Duno down. JD able to trade out for 1, but it's not enough firepower right now for Na'Vi. They're down in the 2v4. They have a lot of recovering to do in this round. Cloud at least hits a bone-shaking headshot onto Chronicle, but it's just 1 as he goes down quickly after. Just Dinks now into the clutch. 1v3 total, has taken significant damages as the walking wounded right now with a minute 5. Peek out from Defo. Sheriff just needs 1 shot, and it shut it down. Law late.
Rain, and he lets them know his position. He's just waiting for the rest of Mech to be able to crunch over and get this retake happening.
They're in the side deep here in Na'Vi. For Mech to try and force them out of this, it's going to be very difficult to even get close to it. Flash goes through, getting in a good position, transfers for both. Shados and Defo both go down, and now Chronicle. It's all about the damage you can find the way in here, but not much else going to be found for Mech. Nats hangs around, but Na'Vi through. Nats currently suppressed down on the site. With that wall up, he actually can't really get too much done, but luckily he's able to come in with 2, and that's Cloud and JD both down. Right guard able to reveal his opponent as SSK will hit the deck, and now it's just Duno and Dinks will have to recover a 2v4. You do not envy this position. They have to sort of weasel their way through to this. I don't really see how they do it, but Mech are in a good position just to close this one out for the retake.
I love that they've just waited for them to plan as well. They've said, okay, get onto side, do your thing, let us recollect, let us get into these crossfire position, let us take every power position out of your hands and crush you bit by bit.
Up in towards the nest. They haven't been able to force him out. He's still up there, and that's going to cost him. Chronicle with the double, and he's still around. He wants more. He's an absolute berserker right now as he's looking for a third. Luckily, they'll start to back away, but with those 2 kills, it stifled the attack entirely, and Redguard, his rotation over, has found himself that impact kill. So now we're looking to Duno and JD, who have lost all that potency, all that aggression that they had at the start of the round, and they don't even have the map control to play with for this time being. 45 seconds for Na'Vi to figure out the Enigma code that is mech.
We see the two to force is popped over towards mid as well. If they go for the rotate, they will be walking into a line of sight of absolute domination that Chronicle is waiting to bestow upon them.
30 seconds
I was surprised that he popped it, given the numbers advantage, given the time advantage at the tier, and with the flanker coming, this is going to be such a crucial little area. Chronicle knows he just has to hold on to the fringe of this pit, and I have never seen a sandwich quite as decimating as this one.
Yeah, but look at the wraparound as well here from Cloud. He's gone in towards it. Nats, okay, 2 down, and he goes back. Mech is 1 player left up against him. It's Duno that has to do everything. As once again, Mech with a retake. It's close, it's clinical, and Nats with the headshot. Bit of a problem for Na'Vi because Nats is hunting them down, and like a predator, he will find his prey. Makes quick work of him as well. And that's a follow-up player down for Na'Vi. What options are left on the table for them? Under a minute left. They've lost their prong towards A. They don't know if Nats has continued to push forward, so they can't go back there. Instead, they have to think about going into mid, but Nats has repositioned towards the double door. So he's in a very good position to find yet another kill and deliver more impact. And if he finds this should be round done. Na'Vi lost another, and now we're looking to Duno and JD in a 2 versus 4 recovery. It's just not happening. Nats is just having a round. He's decided this one's his, and now Duno left in a 1 versus 4. Charge the double door, they charge into Chronicle. He has been graded anchoring the site, but this time will not stay alive for long. Nat's able to come in with 1, and now has to try and back away. He won't get away with his life, so Na'Vi have the advantage, Jess.
We know how potent the retakes here from Mech have been. Defo even more potent when he's got the operator in his hand. This is match point. The fact that Na'Vi went in with such gusto, that is a damaging prospect for them because they have sight, but Spike is down. It's not planted when I make that statement. And that camera, wow, that was a beautiful one. Gives a lot of intel over towards the attacking side here, but it's not enough. And Shados, he will almost certainly help put the nail on the coffin. That is this map, is this series here, Dinko, unless we could see a beautiful clutch here from SSK.
Yeah, he would need absolute incredible highlight moments, and Defo so quick. 13-9 victory.